My $1,000 challenge is to whip this fairly uninspired kid's bedroom, no offence Big Ted, into shape. I've got DIY money-saving ideas and a heap of recycled materials to do it with. My first job, a bookshelf. Now, when I say bookshelf, I don't mean ho-hum, because bookshelf doesn't have to be boring, even if it's on a budget. Check out the design. It's a tree. I'm really branching out. Now, I've transferred this design onto a 15mm sheet of ply. I'm using ply because it's such an irregular shape, and I'll get plenty of strength even in those skinny bits. And I'm cutting out 2 identical pieces using a jigsaw. That says true to me. 1 more to go. Well, I can't see the forest for the trees in here. Now, let's face it, you're not going to get 2 trees that are identical, but that's not really that important because when your shelving's in between them, one will be the mirror image of the other. Now, to spread them apart, I need to add some timber pieces to one tree first. All right, now I've just got to glue and screw this other side on. Hooray, the tree is looking fantastic, but it does need a bit of bark or else your books are going to fall straight through. And the perfect thing for bark on this tree is bending ply. It follows the shape of those branches perfectly. Small blocks and clamps will help me hold the ply in place while I'm nailing it off. Just a little bit of glue, a few nails, and we're away. It may take a little while, but it's going a lot quicker than Graham's trees. My sheets of bending ply are slightly wider than the frame. That way, I don't have to be so accurate when I'm putting them on, and I can just grab the belt sander and buff them back to smooth once I'm finished. Trees do need roots to stand up, and this root system is simple. Just a sheet of ply, screwed to the bottom. Then, it's just a matter of filling all the holes and giving it a coat of paint. Well, there it is. One bookshelf. Tremendous, I think. Now my next project is a bed. Check out this Oregon. Picked it up at a recycle yard. It's got to be 75 years old if it's a day. Just try and buy it new. It'd be nowhere near as good and would cost a fortune. This stuff, $8 a metre. It is straight, it is strong, perfect for a bed. A little bit long though. First, I'll cut it to size. All up, the timber bed frame cost $120, but I guarantee this bed will take any kid's punishment. Time to give all this timber a good sand. First, I'm going to hit it with 40 grit paper. That's very coarse. It's going to take out the rough lumps and bumps and any nasty splinters. Then, I'll hit it with some 80 grit paper and bring it back to this recycled beauty. I'm giving all the timber a lime wash. Really lightens the look of the bed and still lets the beauty of the grain shine on through. If you don't like a lime wash, you could use a clear finish to seal it. Well, there's the bed slats. Now I just need to tie them all together. And to do that, I'm using hardwood as rails. Here they are. 1, 2. I'm going to lay down all my slats on top of the rails and making sure the corners are square. If you don't want to snap half your screws, make sure you pre-drill pilot holes into the hardwood rails. At this stage, I'm just fixing 2 boards at either end. All the others in the middle, I'm going to number and take off to put on later once this bed is in the bedroom. It's a lot easier to carry around. Also, it's easy to stand on its head and let me put the wheels on. For this heavy bed, I'm using top-of-the-range casters. $126 means the bed is safely supported and mobile. Generation after generation will be using this bed, which makes the final figure of $307 an investment for life. And as for a bedside table, instead of buying one, I've just left the 2 slats at the head of the bed slightly longer than the others, about 300 millimetres. That's $6 roughly worth of timber, and there it is. Now, what else can I do to make this room kid-worthy? Well, you'll have to find out a little later in the show.